So in the previous learning, we learned that we can value the bond using spot rate. But now the question arises, suppose you have two series of spot rates, maybe series A of spot rates. So these are maybe spot rates of treasury issued zero coupon bonds, and then you got another series of spot rates and you called that series B and or sequence B, and then you got a different set of spot rates. Let us assume that these are spot rates of corporate issued coupon bonds, right? Because spot rates are essentially YTMs of zero coupon bonds for a particular maturity. We know that, right? And zero coupon bonds can be issued by federal agencies like the Treasury or financial institutions or municipal or maybe even corporate bodies. So maybe there are many sources of spot rates, and when you are trying to search a series of spot rate or sequence of spot rates, and you end up with the two series or two sequences, maybe sequence A or series A and series B of spot rates, and now you are thinking, okay, like which of these A or B I should use, whether I should use spot rate series A, right here, spot rate series A. If you pay attention, as the maturity increases, spot rates are also increasing. And this is series B, and if you pay attention here, then with the maturity, the spot rate is actually decreasing. So in series A, spot rate is increasing as the time to maturity increases. In spot rate series B, spot rate is decreasing as the time to maturity increases. Now you are not sure which spot rate to use for valuation of your bond, and you don't want to pay more price, then which series you should use. So this is what we are answering today. So let us test this one. Okay, we will use both the series and see how or what kind of impact it has on bond valuation. So first of all, let us clear the memory of the calculator. Second, clear TVM. 3 goes as future value, and here the spot rate for year 1 is 0.39, so 0.39 goes as IY, and of course 1 is N, compute present value, which comes out to be 2.988. So we will put this number in the first memory slot, store 1, and then we will clear the TVM row. Now we have to discount the second cash flow of $3, and that is 3 future value to N, and for second year spot rate is 1.40, so 1.4, and this goes into IY, and then compute present value, and the present value of second coupon is 2.918. So we will change the sign and store it in second memory slot. The first one memory slot already has, if we recall, it has a minus number, so I will also make it positive and then store it in first memory slot, just to make sure that we are storing positive numbers in the memory slots. And then third year spot rate is 2.50. So what we will have to do is 2.5 is IY and 3 is N, and of course this 3 is future value, that 3 is a coupon amount. So we will do what? We will compute the present value. So this is the present value of third cash flow, right? Third coupon amount, and it comes out to be 2.786. So we will make it positive and then store it in third memory slot, and then clear it, clear the TVM, and then we will Now discount the fourth cash flow, and remember fourth cash flow would be $3 of coupon amount and $100 of face value also on the maturity, because this is a 4-year bond. So 103 is now cash flow, which is our future value, and this time 3.6 is our IY, and of course 4 is N, and we will compute the present value. So present value of this fourth cash flow is $89.412, and we will make it positive and we will store it in fourth memory slot. So this way we have calculated the present values of all the cash for all the 4 cash flows and stored these in 4 memory slots, and when we add them, this would be the bond price of this bond using series A of spot rates. So let us do that, and recall 1 plus recall 2 plus recall third memory slot and then recall fourth memory slot equals to, so this gives us 98.104, and even in curriculum this number is given here, 98104. So when we used series A of spot rates, we got the bond price as 98.104. Now let us try doing the same thing, value the bond, but this time using the series B of spot rates, which is here given to us. And first of all, clear the display, second clear TVM, clear the memory of the TVM row, and now let us start with this spot rate. In series B, 4.08 is the first spot rate. It goes into IY, and 3 of course would stay as future value. For the first year, the only cash flow is $3 coming as coupon amount. 1 is N, compute present value. So as per this one, we got the first discounted value of 2.882. So this is the discounted value of first cash flow. We will make it positive and we will store it in 5th memory slot. And then we will clear the screen, clear the TVM row, and then we will use the second year's spot rate. 4.01 is IY, 3 is future value, and 2 is N this time. And when we compute the present value, this comes out to be 2.773. Make it positive, store it in 6th memory slot, go to erase the calculator's memory. Now use the third spot rate, which is 3.70. IY, 3 is future value or face value I should say, and then 3 is N, and then compute present value. This time it comes out to be 2.690. So this is the discounted value of third cash flow. We will make it positive. We will store it in 7th memory slot. And now the last one is, let's clear the memory. And last one is 4th spot rate in series B, 3.50. This goes in IY, and of course 4 is N this time. 3, no, remember in the 4th year the cash flow is 103, so this goes in the future value. compute present value, it comes out to be 89.759. So this way we have obtained all the present values for all the 4 cash flows, and this one we have to store yet, make it positive and store it in 8th memory slot. Now we will recall 5th plus recall 6th plus recall 7th plus recall 8th is equal to, and you will see this is the same amount of bond valuation or bond price that we got through series A. So this is also shown in the curriculum 98.104. So whether you use series A or whether you use series B for discounting the cash flows of the bond, you will end up getting the same bond valuation. This is really interesting. So the moral of this learning is, to summarize this learning, we can say that if you have 2 different sequence or series of spot rates with you, maybe one spot rates you have obtained through treasury zero coupon bonds and another spot rates you have obtained through corporate zero coupon bonds, then you can use either of those to value your bond, and the valuation would be same whether you use series A or sequence A of spot rates or series B or sequence B of spot rates. That's interesting finding. Thanks for joining.